Hey folks, I wanted to share with you the bike that I am hoping to ride through Africa next year, and I am hoping I can turn the camera around here and show you that. So this is the bike. If you've been watching my channel, you'll have seen that I put this bike up last year from just the frame. So I have this frame, it's a Genesis Equilibrium, and you can't quite see here, but there we go. It's a Reynolds 853, so it's about the highest quality standard steel that you can get the Genesis Equilibrium in. The only other option is either titanium or stainless steel, and so it's a sort of endurance style road bike. And the additions that I've made since deciding to ride this bike through Africa is I've changed the wheel set, which I'll talk about in just a moment. I've also put some touring style gears on. I'll turn the bike around so you can see those. And I'm also just experimenting with these aero bars as well. So firstly, the wheels. This is a Dynamo front wheel. This is a Sun Deluxe Dynamo, and I'm using that to power an Igaro D1, which is just in this frame bag, and then that can be used to charge up my devices along the road. So it's got a mini USB out, and as I get more and more acquainted with this kit, as I've been testing it, I'm going to be doing some reviews of everything you see here, including these hilarious cheap Chinese carbon aero bars. So far the wheels are going really well. They're pretty fast wheels really, considering I'm going to do quite a long tour through potentially lots of off-road. And I've put some Schwalbe Marathon 28mm tyres on there. I did hit a bit of a snag, and that is running the gearing that I'm going to use. I've used this band clamp front derailleur because I've got a mountain bike crankset on, and it runs really close to this 28mm tyre. So I haven't decided yet what I'm going to do about that, whether I'm going to continue with this gearing or change to something else. So let me turn the bike around and I'll show you what the business side of the bike looks like. Okay, sorry about that. Promise you the video quality will get better, especially once I'm in Africa. So I've got this 40/28 mountain bike crankset. It's a double. I considered a triple, considered just going with a 50/34 compact style. I looked at 46/30s, and I studied my own personal preference for gear ratio on cranks and decided that this is the way to go, and I definitely still stand by this choice ever since I built the bike. It's got a 40 cassette on the rear as well, with a road link, so that this 105 derailleur can reach to change across the full set. So you can imagine running a 20 at the front here and the 40 at the back, pretty much get up anything with a fully loaded bike. Obviously I haven't got the rack on yet, but I will be using a rack with this and rear panniers. I'm going to show you in the next video perhaps what my system is for carrying a bit more cargo on the front of the bike. But as far as the rear goes, if you watch the videos that I made when we were in Vietnam, I'm going to use a pretty similar setup to that, with a rack and two waterproof panniers on the rear. Obviously for this trip I'll be carrying a bit more than I had to carry for myself in Vietnam, so I've got some cunning plans for how to carry a bit more water for when it's hot going through Sudan, etc. And also a couple of ideas of how I'm going to get the kit onto the front of the bike. Things like sleeping bags, tents, ground mat, and all of that good stuff. As far as the Brooks saddle goes, Brooks Cambium C17 I think it is. I'm still really happy with it at the moment and not planning to use anything else. So I'll leave that there. Just wanted to keep this video short, under 5 minutes, and I'll see you in the next one where I show you a bit more about some of the individual components on the bike.